What does it actually take to get a job offer in the current market? So one thing that I heard recently that really rings true is that you have to be extra. And I don't mean like your personality has to be extra. I mean, you have to bring something extra to the table to stand out as a candidate. Because there are so many people going after jobs right now that companies are able to find multiple people who match all of the qualifications. So then it becomes a matter of like, okay, among all of these highly qualified people, who is the one who stands out the most? And so that's where you need to figure out, how am I extra? Some examples from the offers that I got in my job search. Offer number one was for a product analytics role. I had been in product analytics for 5 years. Additionally, this role was almost strictly working in Adobe Analytics, which I had been using across 3 different companies for over 10 years. So I had extensive experience in the tool that this person would be in every day, and then also in the domain that this role was in. And then the next offer was with a consulting company, but the first client project that this role was going to work on was for a client in the travel tech space, specifically lodging. And I had been working at a travel tech company for 5 years. And one of the teams that I supported was also a lodging product. So I had a lot of very specific niche domain knowledge relevant to that job. Also, that role would be very focused on experimentation and A/B testing, which I had been doing for about 8 years across product analytics and marketing analytics. The third offer I got was for a data science role, which kind of straddles like product and marketing, which I have worked in product analytics for 5 years. I also worked in marketing analytics for 3 years and then worked in marketing roles before that. So I had kind of a unique background that really lined up well with this position. It was also focused on experimentation, which again, as I mentioned, I'd been doing for 8 years. The other way I was like extra for that third offer is that the last round of the interview included giving a presentation. It wasn't a take home. It was basically just like anything you've done, any project or whatever, give us a 20-minute presentation on it. As luck would have it, I already had a project from a previous job that I had been presenting at conferences. So I already had a presentation ready to go for an external audience. I already had the slides prepared. It was very well rehearsed because at that point I had given it at 2 different conferences. So this was a situation where, you just do enough interviews and you might stumble into a situation where the stars align and you are like very uniquely prepared for what they ask you to do. But also I think where you can find opportunities where your like niche background really lines up with what they want, that is how you can really stand out.